The scene at that time, it was secured, and until myself and our Maury County Investigations Unit could arrive. At that time, we processed the scene. We recovered several items that will be sent to the forensics lab, and the victims were sent to the coroner for autopsies. At this time, everything would appear to be a murder-suicide. And then we're awaiting the results from the autopsy and then the forensic evidence from those results. We're still trying to determine what would be a motive in this situation. And we would ask, as we did last night, that our community continue to keep investigators, first responders, and those victims with the family, keep those victims in your prayers.
Like a suicide note?
There was some information that was left. It was very brief and vague that would indicate it would be murder-suicide. Involved in this scene, they were actually they were adopted children. Yes.
And have you identified the father, his name?
No, ma'am, we're not releasing that at this time. They were adopted at 2 different times.
Can you give us some detail? It sounds like the oldest sibling is the one who identified the bodies and made the call. Can you give us any information about how the child was alerted to what was going on and some of what was shared with you all?
Well, you also, there are other family members that are actually biological adult children, and that's who actually was the family member that came home from work and discovered this scene and called it into 911. Well, you know, we deal with difficult situation. We deal with carnage each and every day, but the magnitude of this, it was more than you know what we're used to on a day-to-day basis. That's why all the first responders that I mentioned, they stepped up and they were champions. They did their job. They were very professional, and I couldn't be more proud of Maury County and the different agencies, men and women, and how they conduct themselves. Now, however, moving forward, we will definitely do some debriefing in the days to come for all first responders, dispatchers.
How important would it be to get a definitive motive? You say it's kind of in the works right now.
Right. Well, there's nothing that would lead us to believe that it's anything other than murder-suicide. However, you know, for someone, this appears to be a loving home. I mean, it's an immaculate home and very loving family. So a motive would be very important to know what would lead someone to do this to her loved ones.
Can you tell us anything about the mother, what she did for a living, any background on her?
It appears that she was a stay-at-home mom. She actually, I believe she taught the children, that would be the indication that we have. Appears to be a very loving mother, and with the exception of, like I say, this one incident. Answer one more question.